G'day and welcome back to my channel, and as promised we are back to the ships. Yeah, the Warspite is still having some things done to it, so that video will be out later this month, but what I thought I would do in the meantime is show you something big. And this is one of the biggest warships in my stash. It really is huge. Well, maybe not the biggest ship, but the biggest kit. This is the biggest box, and I've had this thing for nearly a decade now, but I haven't opened it up in, well, probably as many years. So would you like to see what's inside and find out exactly what this is? Unless you can speak, of course, Japanese. You'll know straight away. Anyhow, let's get on with it. Roll the music. And it is, of course, the Aoshima 1350 Myoko. It is a Japanese cruiser from World War II, and she is fantastic. It's one of those ones it's very thin, and it has lots and lots of turrets, like 5 turrets, you know, all over the place with turrets over. It's just fascinating, and I love the look of it. I got excited, bought the kit. Really impressed with the kit from memory, but never got around to actually building it. We'll have a look in the box in a sec, but I just got to tell you about the history because she's quite fascinating. The Myoko was laid down about 100 years ago to this day. Literally. It was laid down in 1924 in late October, and it's now 2024 in late October. So 100 years ago, this thing, keel, was laid down and she was built. She then went into service, and in World War II she had an illustrious career. Battle of Philippines, 1941. Battle of Java Sea, 1942. Battle of Coral Sea in that year. Battle of Midway in that year. The Operation Key in that year. Then in 1943, the Battle of Empress Augusta Bay. 1944, the Battle of the Philippine Sea. And then also in 1944, the Battle of Leyte Gulf, which was the last one she was in. And at that point, she was still okay. When she was returning home, she had some repairs to make. And then a US submarine found her and managed to put a few bloody torpedoes in her. Still didn't sink, still hanging in there, and she was dead in the water, but thank goodness the destroyer Ushio came along, probably saying it wrong, okay, and managed to tow her to Singapore, where they put her into dock there, and they decided they'd see if they could repair her. Couldn't repair her, the damage was too severe, so instead they made her basically a floating gun platform, and she stayed there in Singapore, defending Singapore all the way through. In fact, she never was sunk. So that's the thing. Lead ship in her class, illustrious career, never sunk. In the end, the Allies basically took her out to sea and sunk her. So, you know, scuttled her. But a ship that actually lasted the war, like the Warspite, all the way through, never got sunk. All right, you probably want to see what's inside this box. Well, so do I. It is a big box, and there is a lot in here, There's a lot. You get a little cardboardy thing, and there's some PE there. That's about all that they give you. But look at it. It is huge. So yeah, 206 metres long. Look it up. Tell me if there's a ship longer than that. Probably a few, but not all of them. Now, we need to get all of this out of this box so that we can have a really decent look, hey? Because there's so much stuff. I mean, it even comes with a stand. Look at that. Slightly different colour. I had bought barrels for it. You know? No wooden deck because it's vinyl. It's a vinyl deck on this one. I think I might have bought some PE rails. I'll have a look. Maybe it came with it. I know I got this. And this was really tricky to find. It's really hard to sort of get with all the reflections, but it's the catapults and the support for the plane and davits and lots of little things, but no railings. I think I did buy an aftermarket set of just generic Japanese railings. I have to find those. So they may even be in this box. So let's have a look at what's in the box in detail. And this is the paint guide. And it's to the size. Like, it's not a little one. That is as big as the kit is. So it's huge. I can only just get it in camera. And you can see the complete layout of the guns. 3 turrets here, 2 turrets here. 3 support aircraft that go with it, okay? Lots of AA. And this is the vinyl deck. It's not wood. So you get a wonderful, wonderful drawing here, and it comes complete with showing you how all the rigging works, and these are some of those little photo etch things that, as I said, aid to the rigging. So that is terrific in itself. Now the instructions are huge. There's over 50 steps, and this is a complex kit, but this is when complexity is necessary. It is a ship, and a very detailed ship. They even have how to put in that photo etch that I bought extras, okay? There is a genuine set of railings, but I couldn't find those. Instead, I've got some aftermarket. I'll show you those in a sec. This is the aftermarket that I got from Gold Medal Models, and yeah, it's a generic set for Japanese kits, but it will work. It should fit. It has the upswept for the bow, and then it has the correct spacing of the railing. So yeah, all fun for family there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of photo etch these days. I sort of got excited about it, and then I did that Arizona. It's just too much photo etch, and I sort of realised photo etch should be kept to a minimum. Railings, yeah, the odd little thing here and there that you need, sure. I can fold up a catapult, okay. But then when it gets to replacing every single part with photo etch, nah, forget it. I can 3D print it faster, or I can scratch build it faster, or I'll just use the ship kit. There's this wonderful booklet that comes with it. It's just huge. There's over 50 steps. There's a big intro, but that is all in Japanese, so I can't read any of that. Then you get the usual do's and don'ts and all that sort of stuff. And then you get basically a black and white version of the paint guide. But I said you got that lovely big colour one, which is to scale, so you can work out everything and figure out what you're doing. But that's quite good. And then off it starts. Now, I remember when I first opened this, I'm getting the same feelings again of the detail, the complexity. The instructions are so precise. There's bulkhead supports in here. I hadn't seen that in a warship to that stage. I mean, basically built airfix ships before then, and they didn't have that sort of thing. So all this sort of stuff was new to me. There, little nut assembly here. That's for the stand that you build. So it's pre-done. Whereas I've had to drill holes in my kits and glue nuts in and all that sort of stuff, so they're ready for the stand later on. No, Aoshima's already thought ahead, done all that, got it ready for you. That is just terrific. Just terrific. So, usual sort of stuff. But what we'll do is we'll pull out a few parts and I can show you the detail, because it really is a lovely kit. There is a massive amount of stuff in this kit. There really is. I mean, there's about 18 sprues, I think I counted. It's quite incredible. And there's just so much detail. Even this sprue is wobbly, so I don't know what's going on there. They seem to be sort of wobbly things. I don't know why we need that. There's the nuts and bolts that we'll use to put the stand on. But there's a reason for that. They're some sort of wobbly bit. Who knows? But, yeah, and there's the stand and everything, which is all different colours. And everything is so beautifully detailed. But what I'd like to show you and talk about are the decks. Because the decks with these don't contain any of the greebles. So when you put it in, your decks are going to be very easy to paint. You just basically just mask out the turret bases, and all of that is the final colour. Not a problem at all. All your decks are very clean. So as we move ahead, you can see, oh look here, they're actually telling you where the photo etch goes. Well, that's their photo etch from their optional accessories. So when they come to my photo etch part, they'll actually tell you what to do. But the interesting thing is, as I said, the decks are covered in greebles. Let me see if I can find all the little things, all the little stuff, every little part, every little sort of drum rail and every little widget and what have you, they all fix later. So you can paint them separately, which is really good. But I've shown this in the Fujimi kits like with the Fuso. The fact that you can have your deck one colour and paint all your bits another colour separately and then pop them all on, I think that's kind of an advantage. Superstructure, look at it. If you build ships, you'll know what's sort of going on here, and I will show the parts shortly. Lots of stuff, lots of tiny little things, okay? And that's okay, because they're all, well, it's ships. I complain about it with aeroplanes, I know. But look, I'm going to be able to get in there with each one of these and see where they go. So, I know what I'm doing. Probably difference between me building an aeroplane and building a ship. I've got a clue what's going on. I'll just give you a sort of a skim through this so you get an idea. So many people have asked me to review this, and it is huge. There's no way I can show you every plastic part or talk about everything. It is ginormous, but this just gives you an idea of the detail of the construction. So, I mean, finally here at step 40, we're actually creating turrets. I always like to build those first. I usually get those out and sort of assemble those first because they're kind of fun. So, looks like we might have blast bags by the looks of things, or they're actually part in the moulding. Have a look at that in a sec. But I've got those metal ones, so hopefully I'll be able to put blast bags on my metal ones. So, there you go. And there's the catapult, but I will use the photo etch one. ship's boats. That's what I'm currently doing for the Warship boat, but so much smaller and so much more fiddly. So we'll look at that. So quite a lot of ship's boats for this one. I always enjoy making those. I like ship's boats. They're like little models in themselves, and the ones in this kit are quite detailed. Look at those. The aircraft, there's quite a number of aircraft. As I said, there's 3 that go on the deck according to that plan. Even shows you how to put the flags on. I mean, nothing is left for you to go, what do I do? What do I do? You know, anchors, how to put those on. Chains, well, not anchors, chains. Chains, yeah. So nothing is left to chance. Everything is explained. Is it overkill? Well, it's thorough. It's thorough. And you're still putting things on. You're putting on these like little torpedo. What are they? I don't know what they are. Those things, I've never known what those are. I think they are sort of like a depth charge or something they throw overboard. I don't know, let me know. I've put them on so many ships and never bothered to ask what the heck they were. That's why I used to like the old FX kits. It would tell you what the part was. Affix this widget to the Wombat and you know what you're doing. Now you've got, of course, the boring stand, which comes with it. It does have a boring stand, but it has that lovely stand as well, which ours does. Okay, ours is obviously more advanced kit, has this lovely stand. So I probably paint that up so it looks brass. I wouldn't even buy a brass stand for it, just use that. All right, that's a look through there. Let's have a look at some of the parts. One of the clever things I like about this kit is, look at this, sprues. It's not 13, it's B. You can, you know, you can see those. So if you have all the sprues there on the bench or sitting in a rack, you can easily find the one that you need. Now, one we need here is sprue E, which again, we can find E. And although I've got the hull halves cut out, this wouldn't be a decent dry fit unless we put in all the little spaces. Now, there's lots of them, and you could easily get mixed up because the number order does jump around a bit. But what they've done very cleverly is they've labelled them also A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right, in order. Okay, and guess what? That's on the part. So that's part B, right? So you don't have to worry about E5, E7, whatever. Just as long as you know your alphabet, that could be a stumbling block for some, I know, but as long as you know your alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, you can put all the formers in and spaces and you won't have any trouble. It's a lovely little kit, really is. That went together really well and the fit is just excellent, absolutely excellent. And there's no glue. I haven't put any glue. All I've done is I've used this micro liquid tape, which is very handy because you put that on either part. It's sort of like a contact adhesive, but you can pull the parts off later. So they're just holding in place because otherwise it's not as firm as when I did the Fujimi Fuso. When I put the spaces in for that, they just clicked into place and held fast. These ones are a lot looser. In some ways that's better because it means you can make sure that you've got the right one in the right spot and adjust it. Whereas with the Fujimi one, if you got it wrong, you're stuffed. Anyhow, that fits together beautifully. Let's just have a look at the decks. And they should go in quite well. Quality of the plastic is really nice. Nice and firm. Cuts well. Moulding is just absolutely beautiful. I remember this when I first got the kit, just how nice everything was, and I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, this is the time when I was building the Arizona with that Hobby Boss kit, which was absolutely dreadful, and of course chalk and cheese. But I'd also worked on the Trumpeter Grail Spey, so that was a good kit. Alright, so that clicks in there, and absolutely perfect fit. There we go, clickety click, click, click. So look at that. It's a big little fella. So here's a whole lot of photos of the built model from Aoshima, so you get an idea of what all the parts are like. So I don't want to have to open up all the bags. I said there's about 18 bags there. I'm not going to cut into any more of them. These few I will reseal and put away probably for another 10 years or so, because I bought this kit in 2014. So that is 10 years ago. The kit came out in 2009, and then the sister ship, one of the sister ships, came out as well. 2010 they brought out a couple of the others, so you can get 4 different ones from the Myoko class, right? But there hasn't been anything else since then, so that's it. So you can still sort of see them listed here and there. The prices have gone up considerably. You probably pay twice what I paid for this, and the photo etch and all those sort of accessories are getting harder and harder to find. But if you can find one, I highly recommend it. It is an absolutely gorgeous kit, as you've seen from those photos. So that is the 1350 Ironclad from Aoshima, which is Heavy Cruiser Myoko. This is the 1942 version. So it is very, very nice. Now the reason I did this kit review is, no, I'm not building it next week. I probably won't build it maybe 10 years, I don't know. I've got a lot on my plate. But a lot of people have asked about it. They see it in my videos, they see it up on the shelf, and they go, oh, can we have a look at that? So that's why I've done this video. So for those of you that have been pestering me all these years saying, Harry, can you do an unboxing of the Myoko? This is for you. So for those 6 people, hope you enjoyed the video. For the rest of you, buttons, 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 buttons. Go on, hit those bloody buttons. You've only got one job to do at the end of the video, and that's hit a button. Yeah, and if you can, buy me a curry. Because I'm just wasting away. I'm telling you, cost of living's gone so high, I can't. Actually, my curry guy went away for 3 weeks. I was in devastation. My favourite curry guy, he wasn't around. He'd gone on some big holiday. And so I tried a few other places, and it wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same. Thank goodness he came back this week, and Becca was down that way, and his son was doing a piano lesson. I said, oh, is the curry guy open? And Becca said, yes, I'll grab you some curries on the way home. And I have been eating my curries all weekend, so yay, they were delicious. All right, well, that's it. That's all I've got to say. And I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you, like, subscribe, swab, whatever, complain, abuse, whatever those buttons are. Go for it. All right, goodbye from Australia, and it's hooroo from Harry Houdini. I've got to finish this video. If I don't do these videos, I can't afford the cat food. Yes, that's right.